Hey everybody, welcome back with another makeup video which I did on a regular office day. So although it was a regular office day, this day was supposed to be very long. The day started around 8:30 in the morning and it ended somewhere around 9:30 to 10 in the night. So there was a lot planned on this day. I had a lot of meetings lined up in the morning, and then I had a presentation in the afternoon, and then there was a team dinner planned in the evening. So I wanted my makeup to last throughout the day, so I went a little bit extra with my products on this day. So what you saw was that I applied the LA Girl Pro Concealer onto my under eyes to cover up all the dark circles, and then I am going to use the Nars concealer as well to add a little bit of extra coverage. And now if I talk about this day, I mean, it was a very long day like I said before, so I had a lot of things planned. I had to, go from one meeting to another, so I wanted my makeup to really stay without any creases, without any disappearances, and thankfully I should say I actually don't have a video or a photo to show you, but the makeup really lasted until the last moment of that day. So I mean, I'm so proud of the techniques that I've mastered, because makeup, it's all about something that you learn over time. No matter, you see a lot of tutorials, you see a lot of videos on makeup. It's all about what you are comfortable with, and it's all about your own personalized way of doing it. So I don't have a fixed routine when it comes to makeup. I try to play around, and my choices and preferences of the products that I use change day by day, depending on the occasion, depending on that moment of time. And sometimes I will not use all of these which you see as well, because it depends on the time that I have to do the makeup as well. So now I'm moving on to apply foundation. So on a regular day, I would take a little bit of foundation, or rather I would skip the foundation entirely. But on this day, I took foundation, I took it a little bit extra, and I started layering a little bit more onto my face, because I wanted a very good base before I went on with adding on the other products on my face. So what I take is I take a little bit onto the back of my hand, and then I use my finger to dot the foundation all over my face. The way that I blend the foundation, that also depends. Sometimes I use a beauty blender, and sometimes I use a makeup brush. Now here I am using the beauty blender, because I feel the beauty blender has the ability to absorb the excess of the product, which I think is very good, and it will leave with the exact amount that I want to be left on the face. So remember guys, when you're doing your makeup, blending is the most important thing that you should do. You should take your time to blend. Don't be in a hurry, because it's really important that your base is well blended onto your face. Your concealer, your foundation, and even your powder should be well blended onto your face, and that should not leave any marks, any lines. It should be very seamless altogether. And here I need to say that I am using the Viana foundation. It has worked well for me throughout a lot of time. I mean, I've been using it for a long time now, and I still have a lot going on in the bottle. And so far it has been a very good foundation for me. It has not made me feel disappointed about the performance of the product. I will mention the exact numbers of the products that I've been using in this video. But the Viana foundation, what I think is it's the most suitable foundation for the Sri Lankan skin. It matches very well, it blends very well, it's very smooth and very lightweight, because we are living in a very humid country. So you never know, I mean, when you will have to get about, and we'll have to go out in the sun. So it's very important that you use a lightweight foundation, so that you don't feel your skin very cakey, and you feel your skin as very heavy. So you don't want that. Next, what I'm doing is I'm using the Viana powder to set my face. So what I do is when setting my face, I try to go extra with the powder on the areas that I've used concealer and foundation both together, because those areas needs to be well set to avoid any creases, especially on the under eyes. And then what I do is I take a little bit onto the same powder puff that comes along with the package, along with the powder, and I use that powder to just tap it on my face. And then what I would do is I use a brush to blend the powder. So this is the way that I would normally do. I mean, y'all can always go with whatever the way that it's comfortable with you, but I think this is the way that's more suitable for me, and so far it has given me a very good coverage. Now while this is going on, I would like to say, remember that makeup, you need to apply makeup to enhance your look and not to look like somebody else, because we've seen sometimes when we are going on the road and when we are when you're meeting people, we've seen that some people, they look completely different with makeup, and it's like you cannot almost recognize them. So you don't want your makeup to do that for you. I mean, your makeup should enhance your look, and it should make you look the same as you would do without makeup, which I think is very important to keep in mind. So don't go overboard with your products. Don't try to create a white blank of paper on your face. That's not gonna work out. And remember that makeup needs to enhance your look. So here I have moved on to contour a bit. Like I said, this was a very long day and I had a lot of things lined up, so I wanted to look very extra good looking on that day. So I thought, why not I apply a bit of contour. So I had a contour stick. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name of it. I will list it down in the description. So I usually contour my forehead when I'm contouring, because I have a bit of a large forehead, so I want it to be contoured. And then I apply the contour on the sides of my nose and on the jawline. So those are the areas which I usually contour, and if necessary I apply it on my cheekbone as well. So those are the areas that I use my contour, and I use this brush. I'm sorry, I don't know what the name is called to this brush. I use that to blend the contour, and it gives a very good finish for me. I mean, it has been the brush has really been very satisfying to me. And also what I wanted to tell you is, even though you apply makeup on a daily basis or not, I mean, whatever the choice that you have with makeup, remember that you need to have a good skin care routine for yourself. That is very important. I mean, when you wake up in the morning, when you have a wash, make sure that you apply a good face wash to your face, because that is really important to remove all the impurities and all the dead cells that gets developed overnight. So it's important that you take it off from your face, and make sure if you're applying a serum, then please do after washing your face. But I personally think that a day serum is not necessary, because serums will work better in the night. Pausing that conversation for a moment, what I'm doing is I'm applying the blush. So I use a blush stick for it. Once again, I cannot really remember the name of this. I will make sure to share it with you guys. So once I apply the blush, I've then moved on to apply my eyeshadow. And what you see, the white things on my cheek, is that I've applied a loose powder, banana loose powder, to bake, so that that will give a far better mattifying look to my face. And I'm sorry guys, like usually I have missed the recording of the last part of my makeup routine. I mean, unfortunately, I don't know how I missed recording, but I have missed recording. I'm sorry guys. Back to what I was saying earlier, after you apply a face wash and clean your face, you can either decide whether you want to go with a serum or not, but I prefer not to. But it's important that you use a good moisturizer and sunscreen, and make sure that your moisturizer is lightweight, because you don't want to clog your pores in this humid country and there's so much of dust and pollution out there. But sunscreen is something that's really important, with a good SPF amount. So I'm coming to the end of this video, guys. Like I said, I'm sorry that I've missed a lot of recording, but I will see you again soon with a better makeup video. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. Bye.